Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Well, it was the Toronto Raptors winning their last game again. And boy, they got by the skin of their teeth there, winning by 1 point. That was a battle.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Poeltl in at the center position. And he gets the bucket.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Siakam inside. Teardrop shot. Second chance shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And if you're going to foul Poeltl, you have to make sure you really whack him. He's remarkable about finishing through the contact.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the evening. The free throw drops for Poeltl.
And Poeltl is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Raptors. They lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Here's Goodwin. So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. VanVleet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. There's Boucher out there with Barnes. And it's Achua in at the center. Count that one from VanVleet.
And terrific hustle from VanVleet in transition, getting up court fast to finish the fast break.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Powell inside, covered by Achua. That one goes in. Powell's got his first points of the game.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Boucher finds VanVleet. On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Porter. Boucher sets a screen for Barnes. Pass to Achua. Trent outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 3. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, it's going to be an uphill battle. This is where they'll be testing themselves. Everyone needs to be on the same page. You've got to bring your A-plus game, not your A game.
And in our game with the Raptors, a close, entertaining first half.
They have been disruptive and aggressive on the defensive end of the floor. I love the intensity that they played and showed with. I mean, guys, this is how tough defense can be. It's locked in.
Their ability to get stops, that's been the difference. And that That's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Make some noise for your Kansas City.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've got Derek White, Griffin out there with Olynyk. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Banton in at the point guard position.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And for Toronto, the forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. VanVleet can't get it to go. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Kansas City. It's a three-point game. Lobs it up there for White. Well-placed alley-oop pass in for the layup.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it. Siakam outside. Seconds left. No good at the rim.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop them getting in the lane like that.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Raptors up one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Powell. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Joe in at the point. Here's Trent. Count it!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. Kansas City's coach talked to his team during that timeout. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Olynyk the pass to Shamet. Pulls it up. Powell with the screen. Lets it go from 11. And another shot. Passes to Shamet. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Joe to tie it up. It falls! A tremendous three to tie it up.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Toronto calls timeout. It's tied at 9. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth.
Substitution on the court.
Trent outside. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Pirtle sets the pick for Siakam. The three won't fall. Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. Here's Porter. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll return shortly. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. They've got Porter. Dwight Powell is out there with Griffin. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Joe in at the point. Siakam passes to Van Vliet. There's the three. No good on that one. And Kansas City will go the other way with it. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Shamet. A miss that time. Would have put him up. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Good!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. They trail by 2. There's 18 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What do you think, guys?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
White against Trent. Now here's White. Olynyk, a screen on Trent. White. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
special thanks to Skylar Cole for that lovely performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back, folks. Greetings from 2K Sports. Welcome to our Wednesday night coverage of the NBA with Grant Hill and Steve Smith. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. The good news is they're trending in the right direction, still right in the middle of the pack.
Well, right now for the Trailblazers, they've gotten off to a sluggish start, still trying to figure out how all the pieces fit together and get things running smoothly.
And we've got just enough time for a pregame report. Let's go over to the sidelines, where Allie LaForce is standing by. Allie?
Thanks, Brian. Well, Steph Curry asked to define his impact on the NBA. He said, quote, "I understand the game has changed a lot, and I've had a huge part in that, but it's not for me to articulate. I just enjoy what I get to do every day, and I think that's why good things keep happening, because I embrace what's next." EA?
Eyes on the prize, Allie. Thanks. And to the surprise of some league observers, a number of rookies are already making huge contributions, Grant.
And it's so much fun to see these young players stepping up, getting thrown right into the fire, and for good reason. When you have 2 or 3 stars eating up your salary cap, you need the guys on rookie contracts to perform, and they are.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. The core of the dynasty all on the floor. Curry and Clay, the guards, with Draymond up front at the 4. Andrew Wiggins is out there with JaMychal Green. And for Portland, Lillard and Sharp are the guards. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. And it's Thibault in at the small forward. Lillard passes to Grant. Here's Lillard. Grant with a screen on Curry. Back to Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Awesome recognition from Jeremy Grant, knowing exactly where to cut after setting the pick.
Thompson outside. Outside Curry. He shoots. Damian Lillard with the rebound. Curry with some nice D. Thompson passes to Curry. There's the 3. Thibault with the board. The 3, here's Lillard. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Fans, have a big round of applause for your Trailblazers.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. We've got Enes Freedom. Kuminga is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Jordan Poole, and it's Payton in at the 2 spot. Now here's Wiggins. And that one's good. Freedom.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
And here is Winslow. Pass to Simons. Lillard outside. Warriors with the rebound. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
Talent-wise, they've got the upper hand. I mean, they won every matchup between these teams last year.
Now here's Peyton. Now here's Freedom. Oh, ripped away. Now the Blazers moving it up. Now here's Lillard. Pass to Eubanks. He shoots it. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And as we welcome you to the studio, we call your attention to the top performers for each team in the first half.
Well, you look at these two carrying the scoring load, both playing some fantastic basketball in the first half.
We'll see if the imminent halftime coaching adjustments can slow down either guy. And now, guys, let's talk about these Warriors and this close game they find themselves in.
These guys have the worst shot selection in shot selection history. You don't shoot in the low 30s by chance. Absolutely no discipline. Anything they see, they're just going for it.
Kind of sounds like you at the buffet, big fella, right? Give me some of this, give me some of that, give me some of this, give me some of that.
As long as you're paying, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's Golden State. Durant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. Lillard and Sharp are the guards, and it's Thibault in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Tries to spin move. Oh, and the jam by Lillard.
So crafty. Lillard is a true wizard with the ball.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now Curry. Pass to Green. And here is Thompson. Over Sharp. Thompson's shot is off. Portland leading. Lillard with the ball. And here's Nurkic. Green covering. And Green comes to help. And Lillard puts up a deep three to get it again. Outside for Grant. The three is up. Here's Nurkic. And finally they hit one. Nurkic has got his first points in this one.
It's a challenge trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. He is so good at capitalizing on the offensive boards.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Trailblazers up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. We're going to keep the defense on its heels.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. All 3 shooters are out there. The splash triplets. Curry, Clay, and Poole. Kuminga is out there with JaMychal Green. And here's Simons outside. Kuminga pulls it in. Outside Curry. And he buries it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team. You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Timeout called, the Warriors. They're down by 4. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
They're truly excellent. Another round of applause for your Blazer dancers.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Eubanks. Thibault comes in for Watford, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Rondo. Green's checked in for the Warriors. Wiggins comes in for Curry. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He was pumping them up, trying to rally them, saying, quote, "This game is ours. Don't back off now. Force mistakes with our defense. Work quickly at the offensive end and just keep attacking." Looking for a late burst, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're losing by 4. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Time to get loud for your Blazer dancers.
Wiggins finds Green. Green against Nurkic. Now here's Green. The D's right on him. Let's go with a 3. It's not going to go for him. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Time called here. The Trailblazers decide to talk it over. They're on top by 4. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
We have a bunch of teachers.
So both teams making some changes here.
Loudest fans in the building. Substitution on the court.
Seconds left in the final quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Trailblazers, Dave. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
That competitive edge Damian Lillard plays with is outstanding. This is a guy that wants to win every single game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
Laces one from 3.
Clutch basket from Draymond. You always feel comfortable with him taking the shot.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Klay Thompson. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Trailblazers, Sharp. 2 shots.
good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
And coming into Summer League, Sharp was kind of a mystery man, so it's great to see him play at a high level and get a real sense for his talents.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. So the Trailblazers win it. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Move safely to the exit.
Dame, a strong defensive effort for you guys tonight. What was the key?
Our communication has been much better. Our effort has always been there, but now we're doing it smarter. We recognize the play calls. We playing players' tendencies. You know, we just playing much smarter. And I think that's half the battle, you know, especially when the effort is there. And we've been on top of things. You know, we came out and took the challenge, and that's where we was able to separate ourselves.
That's the experience paying off. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.
Kings play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you live here from Sacramento, California. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Well, it was the Sacramento Kings in their last game, a loss to the Clippers. And that one a tough loss, too. They ended down only 3 points.
A long and tiring game, made worse, obviously, by the fact they ended up in the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
And the Oakland starting five. Jayshawn Tate out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Hampton. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Now, here's Fox. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Lyles check in for the Kings. Malik Monk comes in for Kevin Huerter. And a new group getting ready for Oakland. Both shots good from the stripe. Now Oakland with it. Here's Vincent. Pass to Ayton. Over Sabonis. And the shot is long. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's Sacramento. They lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
Please give a big round of applause.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Kings here in this one so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
Here's Monk. And so in the game for Oakland, we've got Reed, and it's Wright in at the 1. Monk, the pass to Murray. High post try. Oakland grabs the miss.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Here's Sumner. Over Monk. A second chance effort. Reed misses.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Murray dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Wiles. A 3-ball. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Kings lead by 2. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports.
Welcome. First up, let's look at the two guys who are each leading their respective teams through the first half. Both of these guys playing at their peak in this one.
Speaking of peaks, Kenny, you think I can climb Mount Everest?
A decade ago, maybe, because you're about as big as Mount Everest, so it would take you one step.
I would hate to be the Sherpa that has to carry Shaq up to the top.
Kenny, what's a Sherpa?
Me, I have no clue.
I have a question for them, Kenneth. Are they scared of the paint? Right now, they're playing like the key is a forbidden zone. Come on.
You know what? You know what we should call that, Shaq? Paintophobia.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. The lead is 2. The backcourt pair will be Fox with Herter. Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Right against Fox. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
All right, if you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass. On time, on target.
So it's Sacramento. Fox looking it over. And the rejection by Ayton. Right, left side. To the middle. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, you want to see DeAndre Ayton seek out the contact on the interior. Boy, he's a big-time talent.
Misses the 3. It's all tied in Sacramento. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So it's Oakland now. And so in the game for Oakland, Robert Covington out there with Jayshawn Tate. Then it's Vincent. Then there's Hampton. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes toughness to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're behind by 2. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in with what the Kings head coach said to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thank you, David. Here's Len. Herder on the wing. Trying to find Len. Gets it to him. Fox with it. Holmes setting the big for Fox. Over Vincent. Fox, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And so they foul intentionally. And some changes here for the Kings. Sabonis, he's checked in for Len. Murray comes in for Rashad Holmes. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Kevin Herter. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Oakland. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the away team, R.J. Hampton. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're trailing by 4. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Let's hear it. We're almost there.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. Sabonis off with the layup. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Third team. At the line for the away team, DeLon Wright. At the line for 2.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
What you appreciate about DeLon Wright is he knows his role, and he's willing to star in his role. And the other part about it is he's been committed to his own development.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
Murray, no good. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for the away team, DeAndre Ayton, taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
I tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now, he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Nobody near Barnes. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. So it's Oakland picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Now, introducing the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. At guard, 6'5", number 0, Kobe White. A 6'6" guard, number 2, Lonzo Ball. A 6'10" center, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. At the small forward position, standing 6'5", number 8, Zach LaVine. The other forward, at 6'6", number 11, DeMar DeRozan.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Jalen Brunson, a second-round pick out of Villanova, and his father carved out a 9-year journeyman career in the league as well. Jalen said, quote, how hard he worked just to get unguaranteed contracts showed me that I have to work 10 times harder. I thank him for letting me see that at a young age. Guys?
Family business. Allie, thanks. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. They have to be frustrated right now, falling down into the bottom of the rankings.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they are showing some progress. Little by little, they're becoming a better team. Now, they just have to maintain this positive momentum.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. At forward, it's Barrett and Randall. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. And for Chicago, Nikola Vucevic is out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then it's Kobe White. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ball in at the point. Here we go. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Randall against DeRozan. Randall right side. Pass to Grimes. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by White. Here's LaVine. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Barrett. "27 seconds left now in the first quarter. And here's Brunson. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, he's a physical big down low, and I think he expects this kind of traffic around him as Mitchell Robinson comes through.
DeRozan with the ball. Picked by Vucevic. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Knicks out in front. Up 2. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bull youth.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Patrick Williams out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Caruso in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now here's LaVine. Spins. Caruso outside. Clock at 4. The 3 is up. No luck on that one. New York goes the other way with it. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Now here's Robinson. Can't cash in the 10-footer.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And here's LaVine. There's the triple. It doesn't go for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Knicks up by 2. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
All right, thanks. Tibbs, what'd you think about the way this team defended in the first half?
Well, not bad, but we have to sustain it for the entire game. They put a lot of pressure on you. We got to make sure we're containing their dribble penetration, and then we got to react out and challenge shots.
The expectations are high for the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
Hey, folks, let's kick this halftime show off by checking out the Players of the Week. In the Eastern Conference, Malcolm Brogdon.
Brogdon's perimeter play has been nothing short of spectacular. Even by his standard, he's at another level at the moment. Knockdown shooter, a clutch shooter. Knows how to use his strength on both ends of the floor.
Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
They've been letting loose from that perimeter. You know what I'm going to say? Attack the paint. Make the defense feel your presence.
If we know what you're going to say, does that mean you're getting a little predictable? And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Now ball, and on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. At the 4 and the 5, it's Randall and Robinson. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. Vucevic, it's rebounded by New York.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
LaVine against Barrett. To the paint. Here's Randall. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Yeah, this kind of balance is going to make a huge difference in R.J. Barrett's improvement in the league. When to score and when to be the assist maker.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And, you know, a close game, you got to find that edge. High-energy plays like that one could make a big difference.
And it's DeRozan missing. The Knicks with the lead. Brunson passes to Barrett. Randall, a screen on LaVine. The 3, Barrett. No good that time. The third quarter comes to a close. Knicks out in front. They lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
quarter's behind us. We'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Ball in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Rose against DeRozan. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Hart. And he lobs it up. Drummond grabs the miss. Hart against Williams. Ball passes to Drummond. Now here's Williams. Pass to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Out to the wing. There's Ball with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Shooting for New York, Josh Hart. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. Both teams will make substitutions. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. All right, guys, what do you think?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left in the game. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Oh, my! That's a big-time shot by a big-time talent. Levine showing the clutch gene.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for New York, Jalen Brunson. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. They're behind by 6. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Guys, your thoughts?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Levine can't hit. And so they foul intentionally.
Lonzo Ball. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for New York, Jalen Brunson. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. From deep. And so it's New York winning this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. Tonight, it'll be the Washington Wizards going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, it seems like it will be a great fit for Ben Simmons on the Nets. There's plenty of scoring around him so he can focus on what he does best, setting up his teammates and defending. He said, I take pride in it. There's only one ball. If I'm able to get stops and give guys a hard time, then we'll be able to get further. Kevin?
First team all defense. All right, DA, thanks as always. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Morris and Beal are the guards. Daniel Gafford is out there with Porzingis, and it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nets, we've got Mikal Bridges, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Outside, Beal. Porzingis with a screen on Bridges. Here's Beal. Brooklyn with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Now here's Beal. Passes it to Gafford. Kuzma with it. And it's in there.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Dinwiddie against Kuzma. Tries again. With 4 seconds on the clock. Claxton no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Wizards out front. They're up by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Brooklyn. They've got Harris. Thomas is out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Thomas. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Kispert, the pass to Beal. Screen by Porzingis. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got his first 2 points of the night.
And people thought Beal was just a shooter out of college, but he rounded out his game when he learned how to finish through contact.
Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 6. He's off on that one.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Wizards lead by 4. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody, to halftime. NBA action abounds. Let's see what games are tipping off later. The Timberwolves will face off against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. 7:30 Eastern for the tip-off in that one.
Gentlemen, I can't wait for that game. We've been talking about it for a while.
2 great teams just going at it. We'll see which style of play wins out.
And moving right along, things are neck and neck for the Washington Wizards right now.
And this is just beautiful basketball, poetry in motion. I mean, I think if they stay efficient, Ernie, in the second half, they'll pull away.
And now you have me wondering about poetry. Do you think Walt Whitman had a jump shot?
Maya Angelou did.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Taking a look at the Wizards. Morris and Beal are the guards. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Porzingis, and it's Gafford into the center position. Pass to Johnson. Nets passing it around. 5 on the clock for 3. That one doesn't drop. And Washington the other way now. Here's Beal. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Beal's got the lead up to 6 now for Washington.
And it's clear how confident Beal is. The closer he gets, the more his eyes light up trying to score.
Now here's Dinwiddie. To the paint. Bridges shot. Good.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Beal taking his time here. Fires the 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Washington out in front, up by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Here's Washington now. 4-point game. They've got Simmons. Thomas is out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Now, here is Morris. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're down by 6. 43 seconds left in the game.
Let's go, everyone. I needed to get loud in here for your Brooklyn Nets. How about your Brooklyn Nets? Show them some love.
Bridges inside. Defended by none. Thomas with the ball. Down low. Here's Claxton. Avdia with the rebound.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
On the court.
So it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. And that's an intentional foul.
Team seconds. At the line for the Wizards. Bradley Beal. At the line for the Wizards.
Big break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And quite simply, Beal is an all-NBA player in our league, a multi-dimensional guard who does many things well, especially scoring the ball.
And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Yeah, I mean, unless they come up with an absolute miracle.
And here is Morris. So Washington takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Guys, thanks. Kyle Kuzma, congrats on the win. What were you able to do successfully tonight?
I think as a team collectively, we just got stops and we kind of found a rhythm on offense, and I think we just got it done like that.
Well, that rhythm led to a W, man. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Honoring the United States, that was Skylar Cole with the singing of tonight's national anthem. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And while it might be very early in the season, never too soon to take a look at the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up. They pulled themselves up to the second place spot.
When I look at Minnesota, they're fighting their way up into a higher position, trying to put those early season issues behind them and get where they believe they belong.
And with tip-off coming right up, we've got just enough time to hear from the sideline. Allie, what do you got for us?
Anthony Edwards is on the rise. Karl Anthony Towns said, quote, he already has the talent. We all knew that when we drafted him, but he just wants it. And he has that thing, something you can't teach. It has to be built in. Asked of his ceiling, Edwards says, quote, I don't think I have one. I can be as good as anyone. Brian?
Oh, tremendous, Allie. Thank you. And these two teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Noel in at the point guard position. And for Utah, Colin Sexton out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Rudy Gay. Now here's Clarkson. Pass to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Markkanen from long range. Rebound Minnesota. Here's Noel. Here's Edwards. McDaniels from long range. Rebounded by Gay. Clarkson outside. Lets the 3 fly. The shot off that time. And there's the horn, the end of the first. Not much offense so far. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And take a look at the Jazz performance here, guys. What do you think?
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Edwards out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Naz Reid. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Anderson in at the 4. Done with it. Guarded now by Anderson. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
And one word that always goes along with the Jazz, defense. They've been a top 10 defense in the league in 6 of the last 7 seasons.
taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Boy, I tell you what, Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. A stat sheet stuffer for sure. He scores it, he passes it well, and he also gets to the glass from his position.
Rivers is checked in for Noel. So he gets them both. Boy, neither team able to find the bottom of the net.
Yeah, they just need to keep from getting discouraged. Keep running their sets. Something will eventually drop.
Here's Rivers to the inside. Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Here's Dunn. And we've got 28 seconds left in the half. It's Markkanen on the wing. Here's Horton Tucker. Reed defending. 5 to shoot. Drains the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Up top, Edwards. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Jazz leading by 3. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
Look here now at Utah. They've been incredible out the gates. You could see this coming. We've talked about this, and the way they prepared for the season was tremendous.
And let's review how things are going for the Jazz. They find themselves in a tight one here at the half.
Man, their fans are loving this one. As a player, man, you could feed off that positive crowd. It can help you build momentum, you know. It just gets your blood flowing, and it's right tonight.
We'll see if they can carry that energy into the second half, both the fans and the team. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. We've got Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Now here's Gobert. Here's Noel.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Jazz ball.
Outside Sexton. With the floater. That one no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. And that game will mark the end of a 4-game trip. Gobert with it. And here's Edwards outside. The rebound by Markkanen. Now Clarkson. Pass to Gay. 3 seconds left. And he lays it in.
You know what? When he's got the chance to get inside, Gay's going to take it, fellas. I mean, he doesn't waste those opportunities.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Jazz up 5. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's Reed in at the 5 down low. Now here's Anderson. Towns for 3. Yes! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
To the middle. Outside for Lance. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Agbaji can't hit. Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. 17 seconds left in the final quarter. Your thoughts, guys?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Substitution on the court.
Seventeen seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Clarkson. So it's a narrow victory for the Jazz, pulling out the W. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you next time.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. D.A., take it away.
Good evening, guys. The Heat always have a lot of weapons. Jimmy Butler says you're playing with a bunch of guys that do better with the ball in their hands, but it's all about the matchups. Who's got the hot hand or who hasn't touched it in a while. But we really don't care who scores. As long as we win, we're all happy. Kevin?
Veteran team, and I agree with that approach. David, thanks. With so much of the season still in front of us, Smitty, what does the main focus have to be for a team on any given night?
Well, winning's never a bad idea, Kevin. These games mean just as much now as they do in April. You can work on rotations and chemistry, but don't let it cost you wins.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. In the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Filling the perimeter, it's Suggs and Wagner. And it's Fultz in at the point. And for Miami, the wing set for him, Hero and Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Lowry in at the 5. Now, here's Suggs. He's covered by Hero. Wagner, right side. The pass to Banchero. Here's Fultz. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
And Fultz isn't bashful inside. He feels at ease shooting in the paint.
Here's Hero. Passes it to Adebayo. Back to Hero. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Carter. Now Suggs. That's good from Banchero on the assist from Suggs.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Magic out in front, up by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
Coming out on the court, your Heat Youth Dance Team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Orlando Magic. 4-point game. Backcourt pair will be Lowry and Strus. Jimmy Butler is out there with Zeller, and it's Martin in at the 3 slot. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
First team foul.
Pass to Bull. Now Harris. Pocket 6. Good on the shot. Harris has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Magic. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Pass to Zeller. Now Butler. Over Bull. And it's Butler missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The pass to Bull. Dishes it to Anthony. The 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what needs to change going ahead in the second half?
It starts with getting some stops. We've got to play off some misses, and we can't let them force us into 1 or 0 pass possessions. We've got to move the ball when we're in the half court, help each other with that, but we'd like to get some more in the open.
We'll see if you can get the pace where you want it. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Greetings, everybody. We love exciting, and this game is delivered as we've seen 2 top players battling mano a mano.
The league is so full of elite point guards. We get to see incredible matchups every night. You can't ignore the skill that both of these guys have shown in the first half.
Yeah, they're trying to one-up each other each time up the floor. This is great to watch.
All right, and looking now at the first half, it's been an almost but not quite story for the Heat.
Inefficiency on the offensive end. How about pounding it more inside, like I always say? Also, if you don't have a look, don't take a crazy shot. Make an extra pass.
Shaq, it's a great recipe, man. More physical, more unselfish.
That's right. Recipe, put a little ice cream on top of that hot fudge and you get a championship like me.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. The guard set is Fultz and Suggs. At the forward positions, it's Wagner and Banchero, and it's Carter in at the 5.
And what can you say about Suggs? A natural-born leader, very unselfish and great vision.
Now, Hero. Lowry setting the pick for Hero. Over Suggs. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's the Magic's ball. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. It's deflected.
And watch how Hero uses a burst of speed to get ahead of the shot. Managing to swat that one away.
Robinson's checked in for Miami. Orlando also making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Carter. Bol comes in for Wagner. And Anthony subbed in for Suggs. .24 seconds left in the third. Anthony can't hit. The Heat trail by 8. Butler pass to Love. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Great floor awareness there by Jimmy Butler. Sensing one of his guys is open and gets it to him.
And here is Anthony. From outside the arc. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The third quarter comes to a close. Magic lead by 6. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving. Right? The ball moving. No holds. No holds. Right?
Well, moving the ball is so important to these coaches.
I mean, it helps make the offense run smoothly, Kevin. When you move the ball, more scoring opportunities open up.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Robinson is out there with Caleb Martin. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Kyle Lowry is checked in for Robinson.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Now in the game, Kyle Lowry.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Magic, Jalen Suggs. 2.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And you know, Jalen Suggs has had to deal with some huge expectations, but he's got a great attitude and always works hard to live up to them.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Miami. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Adding a little cushion to their advantage. Nice work at the line.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 6. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
They also need to get the best shot you can as quickly as you can, and then immediately fire.
Adebayo passes to Zeller. And here is Hero. Stolen by Carter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Magic, Wendell Carter Jr. 2.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
He's a quality player, Wendell Carter Jr. The future for him is very bright, and he works hard at his game.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Hero. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. And so the Magic can now just hold on to the ball. So the Magic win it. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Wendell. A big performance on the boards tonight. Did you expect to dominate like that coming into the game?
No, I didn't. I just wanted to come out, help my team any way I could. So, rebounds or not, I did what I had to do to help the team win.
You were a big part of it tonight, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.